What is your take so far on the New York mayoral race? Because I do think, knowing that Cuomo is about as anti-union as it gets, amazingly, in the state of New York, potentially having, somebody who is truly a, workers champion. I mean, Andrew Yang really went above and beyond, helping Jen out when she ran for Congress. I know he's not the most progressive person in the world, but he definitely seems to have a pulse on what's going on with workers. I think Diana Morales is also another one who seems to be very progressive, is running as well. What's been your take so far, and have any of the mayoral candidates, any indication that they have any interest in, what's going on, particularly with the Amazon workers in New York City?
Yeah, Diana Morales. I fully endorsed her already.
Okay, well, there you go.
She's amazing. She's been pretty much supportive since day one. Me and her met on the way down to Washington, and not met personally, but on Zoom, obviously. And we've been on several forums together. I just did a video for her a few weeks ago, actually. So she's been in the streets. She's not just the one that's gaslighting and talking. She backs up her words. She shows up. She's done amazing community work, handing out laptops, supporting the laptops for Black children in the community. And she's been a voice, a powerful voice, and she represents us. She represents the working class. I think she's a single mother raising daughters in the city. Sounds like me, grown up a single parent home. My mother raised me 2 boys, so I can relate to her, and I think that she'll be a great candidate. Great mayor for the city of New York. Andrew Yang, on the other hand, he's good. I feel like he's a good candidate as well, but I don't like the fact that there's certain things I don't like. The fact that he was MIA. He wasn't here in the streets with us protesting. I didn't see him, and I don't know if I could be mistaken. Maybe somebody else did, or I know from what I've seen Diana on the streets. I've seen her speaking at events. I seen her show for Amazon workers. I didn't see that from Andrew Yang, and I seen all his little videos he's posting out now. It's good and all of that, but when you're actually not here for the pandemic, then you want to show up and be the candidate. I don't know how that's going to relate to people.
Valid. It's a very fair point. And, the great thing about your mayoral race is that you have ranked choice voting. So while you may not get everything, I definitely think that Diana and Andrew are the 2 best going in New York, and hopefully they could be 1 and 2, because I think you do need that new ideas and new wave concept, but you also need people who are willing to get into the trenches. And that's what New York is about. And that's why, like I said, we're not picking favorites here. Jen's certainly not. But,
well, no, and I don't live in New York. I have no horse in that race. And I wouldn't, but I'm not, it's not my race.
It's very important, though, to know what is going on, on the ground, because it is obviously we all support Nina Turner, to become the next congressional representative in Ohio's 11th district. But other than that, the New York mayoral race is really the only major race that's going on right now. But it is a very important one. And whoever ultimately ends up leading New York going forward, especially when it comes to workers' rights, is going to be essential. It's the biggest city in the world. It's also the city with, probably the highest level of income inequality. And it goes without saying that you being there and having experienced that, we have to have change, and it all starts on the ground. Now the question is, can we really sustain it? That's, I think, the biggest issue with any movements on the left is sustainability, the ability to understand that you're going to get your ass kicked several times before you finally get anywhere. It's just the way it is, because we're trying to do this without money, without resources. We're just trying to do it with our collective guts and will. But I think we're getting to the point where we might actually see a breakthrough. And I'm assuming you feel that we may be close to something as well.
Yeah, I mean, now that we have a new administration, it seems like, we can see a clearer future. It was kind of gray, still kind of gray, but it's starting to clear up a little bit. We have an administration that we can work with. I don't know how. Don't ask me how, but we can. There's ways that we have to do it. And I think, like you mentioned, from the ground up, us organizers, activists, council men and women, politicians, whatever you are to your community. The time is now. The time is the window of opportunity for you to have some change and have some systemic change is now. You know, we can't wait another 4 years. We can't allow for the same thing we've seen what happened with the Obama. Well, this is kind of like the Obama third term, but you know, we can't allow for the administration to build up you know, for 8 years and then give us another Trump. You know, so we got to make sure that we're involved with every single election, from the local all the way up to the federal level, being involved, putting in place politicians and people that represent the working class.
Yeah.
Well, I can only.
Thanks for watching. If you want to support our mission to transform politics into service, please like this video, subscribe, follow us on social media, and consider joining our Patreon, where you'll get early access to our interviews as well as other exclusive content. Links are in the description. Peace out.